Hello there and welcome back to Friendonkey Wrestling Season 2. The first major stop on the road to WrestleMania. We are here at the Elimination Chamber, or the Elimincha LA Night, as it would appear, because that will be your main event this evening, the men's Elimination Chamber match to determine the number one contender for the World Championship at WrestleMania. But still some business to attend to first. And what's quite a stacked card for all three brands, I'm not going to lie. We're kicking things off in a big way with the supremacy match between the tag teams of Imperium, who were always going to be put forward first. They've been fairly dominant over on FDW, and I don't trust any other tag team to get the job done. But representing Monday Night Raw will be Finn Balor and Damian Priest of the Judgment Day. And from Friday Night Smackdown, they've only gone and put forward the bloody Dudley Boys. But only one of these two teams is walking in as champions. And I figured it's best to put our best foot forward. A win here would be good, would help grow our roster en route to WrestleMania. A reminder that a win in a supremacy match does get you a signing from the free agent pool. Smackdown has absolutely bossed this season and has run away with it. We are likely going to finish in plumb last, as Smackdown have 6 victories, Raw have 4, and we have 2. But we're doing it for glory. Kaiser and Vinci representing us well here, as they step up against Balor and Priest of the Judgment Day. This should be quite the contest, as it's a triple threat tornado tag, all men legal. One fall to a finish. We saw Damian Priest put in an appearance at the Royal Rumble. He did well, until I believe he was eliminated by Rick Steiner. Former tag champions in their own right over on Monday Night Raw. And speaking of former champions, do they get any more prestigious than these two? Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley. And this should be quite the contest between these three teams. I hope Kaiser and Vinci have got their working boots on. This will be a chance to cement their legacy as one of the top tag teams across all three brands. Will tables be involved? Time will tell. There's the bell. Bubba Ray immediately goes after Priest. Balor going after Vinci, and Devon squaring off with Ludwig Kaiser. I'd say it's a dream match, but it's more like a fever dream match. These three teams squaring off with each other. You love to see it. Priest now targeting the lower back of Ludwig Kaiser, stomping him down to the ground as Devon Dudley rushes down Giovanni Vinci. Balor looking to take control with a quick sling blade. Priest back in control of Bubba Ray Dudley before diverting his attention back to Ludwig Kaiser. Following up with a suplex as Bubba Ray Dudley now smashing Giovanni Vinci's head off the canvas. Two men rolling to the outside in Priest and Kaiser. Vinci also finding himself in a little bit of breathing room. It's triple threat rules. Anything goes. No countouts. No disqualifications. Weaponry will be involved, I'm sure, but it is one fall to a finish. Pinfall or submission must take place within the ring. Big backdrop there from Giovanni Vinci to Devon Dudley as Kaiser and Priest square off near the announce table. In the ring now, Bubba Ray and Finn Balor. Bubba Ray hitting a huge powerbomb as Ludwig Kaiser looks to clear the table already. Just looking to beat the Dudleys at their own game. We know this season it's not beneath them to use a weapon, to use sneaky tactics. But Priest senses the opportunity and lays Vinci across the announce desk as Devon has got the tables. It was only a matter of time, wasn't it? As has Bubba Ray. Tables are involved. It's a Dudley match. You're gonna see a table. Vinci now just watching on carefully, trusting that Kaiser can hold his own. Don't quite know what Vinci's looking to achieve here. But Kaiser holding down the fort, and as he looks to join Kaiser in action, that is some great positioning there from both Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. It would be fantastic if they can bring home a win for the Purple Brand here this evening. As Bubba Ray looks to grab more weaponry. What's he found? Nothing on this occasion. Priest blocking him from doing so as Devon gets a chair. Kaiser hits a reversal. And Devon yeets a chair at Damian Priest. Balor and Vinci now squaring off on the apron as Balor stands tall, looking to bring a win home for Monday Night Raw. But can the Dudleys continue SmackDown's dominance over Supremacy this year? Kendo from Devon as Priest looks to march him onto the table. Devon bounced off the ring post and appears to be busted open. It was only a matter of time. Vinci and Kaiser regrouped, and that is the unity you love to see. They've been at each other's sides, trusting of each other, able to get the job done. Priest now with a huge DDT as Kaiser looks to capitalise. All six men teeing off, brawling at ringside as Devon hits the electric chair drop onto Finn Balor and then goes after Damian Priest for good measure. Follows it up with a crucifix neckbreaker there. Bubba Ray thrown between the ropes. Devon launches Giovanni Vinci into the ring as well. Can Vinci capitalise? Nope. As Bubba Ray takes control. Vinci needs to use his athleticism. Catch the Dudleys off guard if he can. Kaiser, the most recent man, picking up a victory. There's a 1 count from Bubba Ray Dudley, but Kaiser sensed it coming and looked for the breakup. This could be a long match. It's going to be a war. You've got to be in it to win it. And just as I say that, Finn Balor looks to get things done quickly with a cover on Bubba Ray, but Vinci having absolutely none of it, standing tall. There are 3 men you could pin there, Vinci, and you choose to gloat. That may cost him. It does. I'm going to have words. Perhaps give the Enforcers a ring. We haven't seen them in some time. Big elbow drop from Ludwig Kaiser there, catching Finn Balor with the chair. As it's the Judgment Day and Imperium who are in the ring. Running Bulldog from Priest there, just catching the edge of the chair. As Devon Dudley comes in with a baseball bat. It's bat versus chair, bat wins. As it does, it's cracked off the skull of Finn Balor as well. Imperium need to get back in this matchup, but the Dudleys are armed. Bubba Ray just marching Giovanni Vinci around and perhaps taking too long with it, as Vinci able to power out. It's a suplex to Giovanni Vinci. And hooks the leg. Can it be 3 for the Dudleys? There's the breakup from Damian Priest. Damian Priest thinks about a south of heaven. Vinci sees it coming, reverses into the fallout powerbomb. Only a 2 count there on this occasion as Devon gets Giovanni up into the reverse DDT there. There's a 1 count, there's a 2, and that's 3, and that hurts. Giovanni Vinci falling to the Dudley Boys. A SmackDown take yet another win, making it 7 to SmackDown, 4 to Raw and only 2 to FDW, as we are destined to finish plumb last in this war against the red and blue. It was always going to happen quickly. Devon saw his opportunity and took it. And there's a victory for them. Meanwhile, back on Smackdown, their tag titles are on the line, as Pretty Deadly retain their championships. Speaking of championships, triple threat action. It's been building for weeks. We had a preview last time out in the Go Home show with Morgan versus Stratton. But this time gold is on the line. In triple threat rules,
The following contest is a triple threat.
whether that will play into Fallon Henley's wheelhouse or not, we do not know. Maybe Stratton or Morgan will be able to capitalise. But both women must be feeling good. Particularly Liv Morgan after her victory last week. She knows she can beat Stratton. She knows she can beat Henley in one-on-one. But a three-way match is a very different affair. In this Battle of the Blondes, Fallon Henley saddles up for the hoedown.
From Chelsea, Michigan, the women's
In what will be her first defence. Now, she has lost to both these women. Fighting champion embodied right here in this fan favourite, Fallon Henley. Since being told she will be defending her championship at the pay-per-view, she's been on a complete winning streak, defeating the likes of Cora Jade, Chelsea Green, Bayley. Let's not forget she was the woman who defeated Bianca Belair. Can she get through these next two competitors? Now let's also not forget, ladies and gentlemen, last pay-per-view out, the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble, Kairi Sane. You must be thinking that she'll be watching this match very closely. She'll be watching all the women's matches carefully this evening for the titles that are on the line, as Liv Morgan's hair appears to have glitched through her own throat. Let's not have a repeat of Kairi Sane's antics in that Battle Royale several episodes ago. And we're off to the races immediately. Henley and Morgan looking to square off, but Stratton just with a most nuclear dropkick, sending Henley flying, and Morgan looking for the liver-rooney right away. Stratton having none of it, into the fireman's carry, and bounced off the top turnbuckle. Henley into the reverse bulldog and connects. All that momentum. Morgan doesn't really seem to have a hope here. Another bulldog there from Fallon Henley. Big slam from Stratton as Henley hits another drop kick. Triple threat rules, no count outs, no disqualifications. Anything goes. Stratton heads to the outside. Thought she might have got a weapon there, but she's better off it. And Liv Morgan hitting Henley with a bulldog of her own. There's a drop kick to Fallon Henley, who just shrugs it off and comes off the second rope. And her run of form with momentum on her side at the minute as Fallon Henley. Stratton looks to hook the leg of Liv Morgan. Interesting that she targets Morgan and not Henley. It's interesting for Stratton, as Stratton has beaten the champion but has not defeated Liv Morgan. As she looks to prove that she can beat both women, as Henley saddles up into the bulldog and drops it, but Stratton sees it coming. Perhaps a lack of awareness there from the champion. thinks she's able to get the pinfall done, but Stratton's not about to let that happen. Tiffany Stratton now the only woman standing, targeting Liv Morgan, slamming her down to the mat. All women looking to cement their legacy on FDW. As Henley hits a Shining Wizard, connecting with Stratton down, but Liv Morgan's back to her feet. I don't think she's about to let this happen. That's missed time there. She needs to clear Liv Morgan out of the way, as you feel that could have been a 1-2-3. Henley has won with so many a match with that, but a bit of unified offense from Morgan and Stratton there, who both remove Henley from the problem. Liv Morgan heads to the outside. Henley, dazed and confused, swing and a miss. Now thrown off the steps is Liv Morgan. All three women on the outside as the brawl continues. Just as Henley gets rid of Morgan, Stratton is right there to keep up the offense. And it does seem that Stratton and Morgan have a unified offense against the champion here. Perhaps they've had a conversation backstage as Morgan looks under the ring for some weaponry, grabs a kendo, and rather than go for Tiffany Stratton, she thinks about going immediately for Henley. Morgan diving to the outside, connecting. That is some fantastic timing and ring awareness there from Liv Morgan, just as Stratton was thrown in by Henley. Henley was caught blindsided. Stratton looks to follow up but doesn't quite connect. Code breaker from Liv Morgan to the outside. Tiredness from Stratton setting in as it has been an absolute scrap. Stratton looks to hit the powerbomb, marching Liv Morgan around the outside. Powerbomb off the spectators' barricade there. And the WWE Universe really getting their money's worth here this evening. No counts from the ref. Good scrap from Morgan and Henley. Stratton looks to join the fight. Removing herself from the ring once again, dragging her down to the floor as Morgan now re-grabs the kendo. And hits a massive sit-out, kind of modified choke slam there. Stratton throws Liv Morgan back to the ring as Henley looks to even the odds with a kendo stick of her own, and Liv Morgan again with that great ring awareness, this time flying at Tiffany Stratton rather than Fallon Henley. And Morgan forces Henley back between the ropes as she thinks about joining the outside, but Stratton just waiting in the wings there, waiting to capitalise with that kendo stick. Thinks about swinging it like a baseball bat, but Henley having absolutely none of it. Big strikes, pushing Stratton down to the mat. Stratton rolling to try and get a little bit of space. Is this Henley's opportunity? Does she have Liv Morgan where she wants her? Morgan hits the Oblivion out of nowhere. Stratton's there, and Stratton breaks up the count, laying in those big boots, and Stratton looks to pin Liv Morgan. That's a modicum of revenge for last week. Henley breaks up the pinfall attempt. With every gasp of breath she has left, looking to cling to her title. Tiffany Stratton once again slamming Fallon Henley down to the mat. Henley running Shining Wizard. Looks for the cover as Liv Morgan stalks along at ringside. Morgan breaks up the pinfall attempt once again. These women are going to war. Morgan runs at Henley into the corner. So much to fight for here. All three women desperate to call themselves the FDW Women's Champion. Henley looking to cement her reign, which would inevitably punch a ticket to WrestleMania for her, you'd have thought, as Liv Morgan hits a running code breaker on Tiffany Stratton. Henley's dazed and confused. Maybe all those weeks, all that hard work of being a fighting champion are finally taking their toll as Morgan grabs yet another kendo stick. looking to use that weapon as best she can. No woman yet to connect with a weapon shot as Liv Morgan stands on watching as Henley futilely tries to get a pinfall attempt there. If futilely is even a word. The referee in all parts not where he wants to be. Henley running with that connecting running uppercut there, as now Fallon Henley is the one to put that kendo to good use. After all match long fighting off the advances of Tiffany Stratton and Liv Morgan, can she retain here this evening? The childhood dream of being on the grandest stage. Stratton reverses. Sit out slam to Morgan. Caught by Henley. Running bulldog onto the kendo. Catches Morgan. Great ring awareness. Hits the shining wizard on Liv Morgan. This is your chance, Fallon Henley. Can you immortalise yourself? 2 count only for Liv Morgan, and what's it gonna take? Stratton lies there motionless, but is staring. Liv Morgan with a second wind. Digging deep. She wants that championship as Henley, dazed and confused on the outside, rolling, sucking wind. Stratton now left alone in the ring. Morgan once again goes under the ring to grab a weapon. She finds the classic, the steel folding chair, and Pyongyangs it off of the head of Fallon Henley, looking to put her down for good, and you only feel like it's a matter of time for poor Fallon. Stratton now. Measure of revenge on Morgan. As all 3 women look to recollect themselves and come to their senses. Henley bounced off the ring post. Stratton teeing off on Liv Morgan with that chair. Complete savagery from Stratton. As Henley now drags Stratton around the ringside. Looks to filling her back between the ropes. Basement drop kick from Henley. Liv Morgan hits the oblivion on Henley out of nowhere. Stratton looks to capitalise. Catches Morgan off guard. And with Morgan dazed and confused, Stratton looks to pick up the pieces, and she does. You have to be in it to win it.
Here is your winner, and the new Women's World Champion.
Well, that is a very well-earned victory from Tiffany Stratton there, I must say. Fair play to Fallon Henley, a valiant defence. A fantastic reign. One potentially of many, who knows. Proved she was a fighting champion. She gave people their opportunities. She seized her own. But when it came down to it, Tiffany Stratton was the woman to seize the biggest opportunity. Capitalising on Liv Morgan's offence, Liv Morgan will be livid with herself. Switching gears over to Raw, the US Championship is on the line. The Miz defending against Cameron Grimes, Raw's latest acquisition, and Cameron Grimes picks up the championship. Over on Smackdown, though, the WWE Champion AJ Styles. I mentioned a few episodes ago that they had themselves a title match, and AJ Styles took the title from Randy Orton and has retained it against Kevin Owens. So AJ Styles standing atop the mountain. SmackDown having themselves a little Elimination Chamber match. I say a little Elimination Chamber match, and oh my god, who should win it but only bloody Rhea Ripley. In a flashback to Season 1, it looks like Rhea Ripley's punched herself a ticket to a title match. Oopsie daisy, I did not mean to do that. I'll make sure I quit this match, as we don't really care about Raw's world title. It's Natalya, it's Ronda Rousey. Ronda defending against Natalya. I doubt they can put on half as much a spectacle as we've just seen from our women.
The following contest is scheduled for one.
Yes. Thank you, Samantha. We shall skip all the Raw nonsense. Certainly don't want to be watching Ronda. Sometimes you can press a button too many times. But we'll simulate it in the interest of time. Rousey retains, to the shock of absolutely no one. Over on Smackdown, Cody Rhodes has found himself as the Intercontinental Champion and will be defending against Solo Sikoa. Just what Jimmy Uso's doing over there, I don't know. I'm going to have words with him. But Cody's retained. And now to the main event this evening. The thing we've been building towards, with WrestleMania implications. 6-man Elimination Chamber. Winner gets a world title shot. We don't know who's starting this match. We don't know who's going to stand tall at the end. There are favourites, of course. People with momentum on their side. First up, Kofi Kingston. Looking for his breakout moment. Unsuccessful lately in 6-man tag action. Alongside Big E and Xavier Woods against Imperium. But he earned this championship match defeating Ricochet. But can he overcome 5 other superstars here this evening? Making his way to the ring next, CM Punk, who's got his cards marked at the moment. After defeating Seth Rollins to get here. Seth having taken 2 losses recently to both Bronson Reed and CM Punk. Punk added insult to injury after that match with a bit of a beatdown after it, just very unsportsmanlike, but Punk looking to replicate the successes he had earlier this season in Money in the Bank, and he win the Elimination Chamber to boot. Next up, Roman Reigns, many people's favourite to win this match and secure a championship opportunity at WrestleMania. Speaking of the championship, there is still no update from Drew McIntyre since he was assaulted a couple of episodes ago backstage and the championship went missing. These 6 men at the minute don't know what they're fighting for, but they know they're gonna have an opportunity at WrestleMania. And since joining FDW, Roman has been a bit of a tour de force, marching his way through Bronson Reed, tagging with Seth Rollins. But perhaps the wild card in this match, given his current run of form, is Ilya Dragunov, defeating Gunther to make his way into this matchup. And continuing to brawl with Gunther, overcoming Axiom, defending his championship last time out against Johnny Gargano. Imperium unsuccessful earlier this evening. Dragunov has come out alone. If Dragunov wins here this evening, he'll be looking to become only the 2nd ever man to hold 2 championship titles, following in Seth Rollins' footsteps. That Cruiserweight Championship. He's got his clutches firmly on that belt. The one man in this match who'll likely have his eyes on the Cruiserweight title will be Tommaso Ciampa, but before that, the fan favourite LA Knight marching down to the ring. This could be his night. Unsuccessful so far this season in singles action, in tag action, after teaming with Tyler Breeze. The body warmers are still a thing, but they support each other nonetheless. And I'm sure Drew McIntyre will be watching this match from his hospital bed. And it looks like it's going to be LA Knight starting this match against Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa eager for that big singles breakout moment. He defeated Johnny Gargano to get here. He's in there with the Cruiserweight champion. He's got a shot at world gold. The world is his oyster. Will this be his chance here this evening? Reminder of the rules of the Elimination Chamber. Every couple of minutes or so, a timer will begin. One man will enter from the pods. Pinfall will get you eliminated. Submission will get you eliminated. There are no countouts, no disqualifications. It's LA Knight. It's a sweet neck breaker on Tommaso Ciampa there. History of neck problems. He knows what to target straight away, does LA Knight. He's taking no prisoners. They're going to have to go the distance, considering the caliber of athlete in this match. Knight with a running uppercut. Last man standing in this match will be going to WrestleMania to challenge for the FDW World Championship, if we can bloody find it. Ciampa yet to get out the gates here, as it's all Knight so far. As the count begins already. Who will be joining these two? And will they help Tommaso Ciampa against the onslaught of LA Knight? Into the ring next comes Kofi Kingston. And we get flashbacks to 2019 when Kofi Mania began. Is it going to be Chapter 2 for Kofi Mania? Or is it just going to be another flash in the pan moment as Knight drops the knee? Ciampa capitalizes, seeks for his opportunity and goes after Kofi Kingston to boot. Big running knee there for Tommaso Ciampa. It's Kofi Kingston in control of LA Knight, suplexes him to the outside, and that's gotta hurt. Backstabber there from Tommaso Ciampa to Kofi Kingston. And these guys are throwing everything at each other. Ciampa wrenching as the timer has clicked. We don't know who's joining the match because the camera is focused on Ciampa, who looks for the first elimination. Who's joined the match? It's only bloody Roman Reigns. Making it a fatal four-way, ref in all the wrong parts of town now as Reigns goes straight after Knight. Looking to prove that he's the dominant force now. And it certainly feels that way. Reigns a looming threat over FDW. Will there be a joint offense against Roman Reigns here? He doesn't have very many friends in this matchup as Kofi Kingston with the Anaconda locked in. Or the Black Widow rather. Ciampa throwing Roman Reigns to the outside, and the counts are coming quick and fast. Who'll be joining next? Will it be Punk? Will it be Dragunov? LA Knight once again going after Tommaso Ciampa, powerbombing him to the outside of the ring. And this is brutality from LA Knight. He really does want that WrestleMania match, as Punk now joins the match. Interestingly, the last man to join the match. Ilya Dragunov watches on. Punk looking for elimination on LA Knight, which would be huge, as Knight has been the standout of this match so far. Ciampa and Kofi not quite connecting as Roman Reigns follows up, and Kofi with a flying forearm. Back and forth we go. Who will win this match? No one knows. One thing's for sure though, Knight's in control of CM Punk, hits a big suplex. Tommaso Ciampa with a Falcon's arrow. Could this be the first elimination? There's the 3 count. Tommaso Ciampa eliminates Kofi Kingston, and right on cue, in comes Ilya Dragunov. LA Knight sweeping the leg of Roman Reigns on the outside. Punk and Ciampa, Dragunov watching on. Ref in the wrong part of town once again. Deep arm drag from Dragunov to CM Punk. He finds himself in the clutches of Ciampa. Potential win-win this for Ciampa. If Ciampa can score an elimination on Ilya Dragunov, you've got to think that will put him in very strong contention, at the very least for a Cruiserweight Championship opportunity. So potential 2 opportunities at championship success here for Tommaso Ciampa. But Roman Reigns with a Uranagi on LA Knight. Punk just sitting back and watching it happen. Interesting game plan there from CM Punk. Doesn't think about getting rid of Roman Reigns. As LA Knight gets the crowd firmly on his side. Still long ways to go in this matchup yet. Reigns and LA Knight teaming up on CM Punk. As Ciampa and Dragunov. Cruiserweight stalwarts. Lock up in the ring. Dragunov with a sleeper applied. Will it be enough to eliminate Ciampa? No, he reverses it into a stunner. Excuse me. Punk, Knight, Reigns. So back and forth all match long. As Roman Reigns now gets CM Punk up into a crucifix and drops him into a massive powerbomb. That pinfall is locked in deep. Pinfalls can occur in or outside of the ring, ladies and gentlemen. But LA Knight hit a BFT, I believe, on Tommaso Ciampa and looks to get elimination. Ciampa with the wherewithal to kick out. It was Ciampa and Knight that started this match. Will they finish it? Punk thrown over the ropes unceremoniously. Reigns, massive DDT to Dragunov. As Ciampa looks to follow Punk out of the ring. Punk suplexes him, sees it coming. LA Knight regrouping. As Roman Reigns looks to hit the Superman punch, and it doesn't quite connect as LA Knight hits the BFT on Ilya Dragunov. Stealing Reigns' thunder there. And that is huge for LA Knight, eliminating the Cruiserweight champion. That does not, however, put him in line for Cruiserweight title matches. He is far beyond the weight limit, but you got to think Dragunov's not going to be happy with that. Punk now. Bouncing Roman Reigns off the top rope, looks to make the elimination. This would be huge if Punk can eliminate Reigns. There's the 2 count. Knight on Ciampa. Spinning back elbow, busting Tommaso Ciampa wide open in the process. Punk and Reigns in a mini feud of their own. As Knight now follows Punk to the outside of the ring. It's all kicking off in a hurry. All 4 men now throwing everything they have at each other. Roman Reigns thinks about another Superman punch, but not quite connecting once again. Perhaps thrown off by the many different targets. CM Punk looking to lock in the Anaconda Vice. Will this make Tommaso Ciampa tap? He's wrenching. It's locked in deep. We can't quite see. Not quite on this occasion. Knight and Reigns going hell for leather as CM Punk gets Tommaso Ciampa up on his shoulders. Ciampa wriggling out. Reversal. Almost a blue thunder bomb there for Roman Reigns, who locks in the pin. Only a 1 count, and Knight is determined. Not taking any shit from Roman Reigns. Punk again with Ciampa up on his shoulders. Hits the GTS, and this could well be an elimination. We are down to 3. Punk almost thinking about a pedigree there, but a modified gut check. We're down to Punk, Knight and Reigns. One of these 3 men will be going to WrestleMania. As Roman Reigns gets all fired up in the corner and thinks about hitting a spear to LA Knight, who sees it coming and just puts the knee up. So telegraphed from Roman Reigns. This has been fantastic performance from LA Knight so far this match. Who's just had an answer for everything anyone can throw at him. Punk with the reversal, not having any of it, looks to eliminate Reigns. Could it be? Only a count of 2, and still the match continues. BFT from LA Knight to CM Punk. This would be huge. Only a count of 2. All hitting each other with everything they've got. Reigns marching Knight around the ring. You very much get the feeling if Reigns hits one of his biggest moves, it could all be over. That's why Punk and Knight perhaps need to ally themselves against the Tribal Chief. But Knight reverses CM Punk's offense. Targets Roman Reigns with some quick chops. Up onto the shoulders as he's thinking about a burning hammer. Fall away neck breaker. And that is going to take its toll on Roman Reigns. Punk with a huge clubbing blow to LA Knight. Is he thinking about a pinfall? Getting himself in position. Kick to the gut. Kick to the leg. And then locking up once again. Punk now. Pile driver to LA Knight. That could be enough to seal the deal. As CM Punk puts Knight up on his shoulders. Reigns to the rescue. Breaks up the attempt at a GTS. And Uranagi's LA Knight for good measure. Reigns to be the one determined to eliminate Knight and assert his dominance. But CM Punk with a huge fall away Samoan drop, just launching Roman Reigns into another time zone. Underhook fisherman suplex there. As Punk now, it's a Uranagi Arizona, looks to lock in the Anaconda Vice. And given the wear and tear on LA Knight, this could make him tap. The ref's in close. Reigns watches on. Is he thinking about letting it happen? Knight powering out the never say die LA Knight. Looking to immortalise himself. But the hurdles he has to overcome. Spear from Reigns. Out of nowhere to CM Punk. Knight watches on. As CM Punk kicks out of a spear. This is mental as Roman Reigns hits a running neckbreaker onto LA Knight. What is it going to take for any of these men to put the other away? It is still elimination. Whoever falls next still has one more man to go through. As Reigns hits a very bizarre looking reverse sleeper hold on CM Punk. LA Knight looks to capitalise. Back body drop there. Punk regathering himself on the right hand side of the ring. Sucking wind. As LA Knight reverses into a spinning back elbow. Knight goes after Punk. Bounced off the top rope and he drops the knee onto Punk's head. Will he daze and confuse him? Right, going after Reigns. This would be a huge elimination if he can make it work. Smart from Knight, looking to wear him down. Wrenching at the leg. Will Punk come to his aid? Nope, he's got LA Knight up. He sensed the opportunity and he hits the go to sleep on LA Knight. Will Reigns make the save like he did earlier this matchup? Or will he let it happen? LA Knight eliminated after a game performance. Take a bow, LA Knight. We are down to 2. Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Punk, a former Money in the Bank winner. Yet to have that championship moment. Reigns, new-ish to FDW, looking to assert his dominance atop the mountain and eliminates Punk. Roman Reigns is going to WrestleMania in an ominous display. Outstanding performances there from LA Knight. Outstanding performance from CM Punk. But on the night, it was not to be. Hugely successful pay-per-view. FDW going from strength to strength. New champions, new contenders. Business as usual in the supremacy, unfortunately. But stay tuned to FDW Season 2, as there'll surely be some fallout from the Elimination Chamber. And still some questions to be answered. Like, where is the FDW champion? And where's the FDW championship? Questions to be answered like, what is Randy Orton going to do with his Royal Rumble victory? And more questions which I can't think of off the top of my head. But I'm sure there'll be answers. Stay tuned to FDW Season 2. I'm looking forward to finding out what happens, and I hope you are too. See you soon.